It certainly won't be a peaceful Easter holiday in Eastern Europe, although Vladimir Putin announced an Easter ceasefire. The words of this war criminal are worth nothing, and certainly not to Ukrainian civilians, especially since the residents of Odessa and Sumy have once again come under fire from Russian barbarians. And the moment the Kremlin announced the ceasefire, a Russian rocket was flying towards Kiev. The proposals for a ceasefire had already been proposed by Donald Trump over a month ago, but both sides did not comply. Volodymyr Zelensky insists that peace at any cost is a bad idea. We are talking about a ceasefire, but we will not agree to concessions regarding territories. We will not recognize the annexation of our lands by hostile Russia. Donald Trump has had enough of protracted negotiations with Kiev and Moscow, and for the first time officially admits that he is ready to abandon mediation. This could be the end of U.S. efforts to broker a truce and protect Ukrainian civilians from Russian fire.
If for some reason one of the two parties makes it very difficult, we're just going to say you're foolish, you're fools, you're horrible people, and we're going to just take a pass, but hopefully we won't have to do that. No, Marco is right in saying it. We want to see it end.
For now, there is no sight of that. There is an exchange of fire on the front line, and all Washington's proposals for a ceasefire have not gone into effect. American taxpayers no longer want to fund the madness of this war.
The president has spent 87 days at the highest level of his government, repeatedly taking efforts to bring this war to an end. We are now reaching a point where we need to decide and determine whether this is even possible or not.
There was a personal meeting between Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky in the Oval Office, and talks between U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and Vladimir Putin in St. Petersburg, and also 2 rounds of talks in Saudi Arabia with Ukrainian and Russian diplomats. The Americans, for their part, have done everything they could do to get the two sides to come to some kind of agreement. The situation is further within their power. It is difficult to find any other country that could play the kind of role that the U.S. plays today, that of a mediator, because Europe is not suitable for this at all. Putin feels no respect for Europe because it has no military potential. Berlin and Paris have not found an idea to end the war in Eastern Europe for more than 3 years. We hope for a quick and long-lasting ceasefire without additional conditions. We are counting on Ukraine and Russia to agree to this. The continued rearmament of Ukraine is only leading to further escalation. The war is getting more brutal, and Ukrainian civilians are paying the ultimate price. Today, Emmanuel Macron presents himself as the leader of the coalition for Ukraine, and so far, he has proven nothing, and nothing is happening. The coalition of the willing, so far, has not created anything concrete for Ukraine. The rare earth minerals mining agreement recently signed online by Kiev and Washington may not be worth much either. The extraction of deposits in eastern Ukraine will be possible only after a ceasefire, because even the most beautiful peace declarations will not stop the exchange of fire or protect Ukrainian civilians.